All right, Jeff, one of the most outspoken contenders against the Poff federal building renovation project speaks out today about the shocking amount of taxpayer money it's taking to move out. As we reported yesterday, 10 on Your Side found out, in addition to the $51 million that was already estimated for the work, the General Services Administration says moving employees to a temporary space will cost around $1.8 million. And building out costs for those temporary locations will be around $2.9 million. And leasing costs for that space for 3 years will be a little more than $7.1 million. The grand total, nearly $12 million here. 10 on Your Side's Jared Hinshaw has been following the story since it broke and talked with Congressman Goodlatte today, who has been opposed to the project since the very beginning.
Karen, when I talked to Congressman Goodlatte, he says it's wasteful spending like this that's put our government in the hole that it's in. Congressman Bob Goodlatte says the $11.9 million it's costing to put the Veterans Affairs Office in the Higher Education Center could have been prevented. I spoke with him by phone today after he got off the House floor.
It could have been prevented if they had looked at this cost at the outset, determined that this was way too expensive. A proposal to just do the windows, roof, HVAC system.
After fighting the General Services Administration, or GSA, on renovating the Poff building in the first place, Goodlatte is fired up about the nearly $12 million in temporary costs.
It's a pretty outrageous abuse of taxpayer spending, and the GSA just does not seem to be in any way interested in stopping this project and stopping all this wasteful spending.
The GSA sent me a statement yesterday saying, quote, "It is typical and necessary to incur these types and amounts of costs." So I asked the congressman, does this seem typical and necessary to you?
No, it doesn't, and in fact, if it is typical and necessary, one wonders why they didn't know this at the beginning of the project.
He tells me the unfortunate part about this whole thing is that many of the veterans' files are still being kept in the Poff building. He says that means someone has to go by every day to pick up and drop off files, slowing down processing veterans' claims even more. One more note, Goodlatte says if the Poff building renovations move slowly, it could cost even more money. He says up to maybe even $14 million. In the newsroom, Jared Hinshaw, WSLS, 10 on Your Side.